just a flood of memories just come into your mind, moments, core memories. Nothing says legendary, nothing says holiday, nothing says iconic like Bing Crosby. And we, my friends, are in the midst of musical history in this exact moment. He is by far influential music royalty, icon of our lifetime. And for the first time, Bing's family has decided to open up some of their own personal songs, greetings that we have never heard before, and have brought exclusively here to HSN the Christmas Gem CD with 4 unreleased items that you are going to tangibly be able to own, to gift, and we cannot wait for you to get this home or to give this to somebody that you know will just be a part of their heart. 893-852, it's $12.99. Nobody could tell us about this CD or why these particular family cherished songs were chosen more eloquently than Bing's daughter, Mary Crosby, who is actually sitting down with me. Mary, thank you so, so much for coming here and for doing this here.
I am so happy to be here, and I'm so proud of sharing this. This is something our family feels really strongly about. And you know, Dad kept everything he ever recorded. It was literally in the basement. So some of the things that nobody's heard, it's their treasures, and they were hidden. And so we're really happy to bring them to the light into your homes for Christmas.
And you didn't have to share all of this with the world. And from everybody on the planet to you, can I just say thank you?
I'm so happy to be here.
For doing that. Of course, we know Mary. We've watched her on television. Was it 8 the first time you were with Dad on TV?
I kind of grew up doing this. Yeah.
And you know, when I said he was really kind of like the first multimedia person.
Everything.
Radio, TV, movies, and you kind of were along with it all.
You know, it was wonderful because when we grew up, Dad was semi-retired, so we got a lot of time with him as a dad.
Yeah.
And then the Christmas shows, I always used to feel like everybody, if they were lucky, got one Christmas, and we got 2, because we got to just get out of school, which was, of course, key.
First thing.
That was like by far the best. And then just be together as a family, because we'd shoot the shows in November.
Yeah.
So it was so much joy on so many levels.
And you and the family put this particular song list together.
Yes, we did.
You did some iconic classics. You did some beautiful duets, and then you did Never Before Heard
tracks.
How did you decide these particular songs?
So there's some, I mean, Dad was the king of Christmas. There's some songs that just have to be in there.
Yep.
And then the fact that there's this little bit of hidden treasure that we want people to hear.
Yeah.
You know, it was a combination of what does everybody want to hear, what have they not heard?
Yeah.
And then magic in the way of the duets, the Ella Fitzgerald duet, which you can't stop singing, or the David Bowie duet, which was such an amazing piece of magic.
And 3 with your mother.
I know. She loved singing with Dad so much. It was just such a treat for her, and she was so excited. And so I think now more than ever, it's wonderful to hear them together. So
I am, it is not lost on me that we are all literally right now in history. We are in music history right this second. Never before heard that you only here as HSN family get to hear, get to own, get to gift, and it is a tangible copy. This is not something that's stuck on someone's phone. It's not something that's in a cloud. It's tangible. It's something they can look at. There's a booklet to look at it. I want you to make your purchase, and then we're going to really hear some of these, look at some old videos. 893-852. It's $12.99, but it is a literal piece of history. We're going to see the Winter Wonderland video kind of set up what we're about to hear.
Well, it's mostly Mom and Dad, one of the old Christmas shows, and you know, one of the Christmas shows, one of the pieces of joy that we got to have together.
Let's listen.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening?
In the lane, snow is glistening.
A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland.
Gone away is the bluebird.
Here to stay, we got us a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland.
Was that from the last TV special?
It wasn't the last, but it was one of them.
One of the,
Yeah.
and
Wasn't she beautiful?
no, beautiful is not the Mary. Stunning.
I know.
Stunning. Being able to kind of watch the videos, hear the music of them together, for you and for the whole family, and now you're sharing those.
It's so deeply sweet. It was part of growing up, and I feel unbelievably fortunate that we got to do that together. So
I think when I said there is nothing that says holiday more than your family, more than your father. You could be hearing it anywhere, you could be walking anywhere, and I said it's like a flood of memories, it's a flood of feelings, and now we're gonna have additional music that we never had before.
That's new, that nobody's heard.
And you only brought it here, the family, you guys, chose which songs that you wanted to share out of
Yes.
the archives. And me and you talked about, the duets that you added on with your mom, and then you were talking about Ella Fitzgerald was one of his favorites.
He loved singing with Ella more than, she was one of his very favorite partners. And Marshmallow World is one of those songs that you get in your head and you can't get out. It's so much fun, but they loved to perform together. So.
Here, well, how old are you here?
I don't know, maybe 12. I always wanted, growing up, I wanted my dad's blue eyes and his voice. And sadly, I didn't get either.
No, but you got the
So
acting.
sad.
You got the acting bug.
Yes, yeah, I got the acting bug for sure.
And
But,
you still, that's the
yeah,
first thing Mary said. I go, I bet you're so self-critical. I bet you sing beautifully.
Trust me, you don't, only in the shower and with the door locked, trust me.
Which is, I think to be in such a musically inclined family,
Exactly.
and being able to kind of have, this around you just made it kind of feel like holiday all the time.
Well, with us doing the Christmas shows was just so much fun. And I remember at one point, we would rehearse the songs at breakfast around the dining room table. There was no fancy, proper rehearsal. And Dad used to describe himself as an ordinary guy who could carry a tune.
Oh.
Which that's
Do you
pretty
think
amazing.
he understood even how influential he was to singers past him, Perry Como, Elvis?
I think Dad was an extraordinarily modest man, and he had a great deal to be modest about. So for him, it was about the music. And yes, he was aware of how huge he was and how much of an impact he had. But for him, it was just about singing a song.
And we've been scrolling all the songs on the side so everybody can see, but I want to stop down to kind of go through them so you know exactly. You get 18 songs on this CD. So you get Let It Snow, Let It Snow. That was from 13, the Craft Music Hall from
Way
there.
back. Yeah.
Just What I Wanted for Christmas. One of the bonus tracks, A Christmas Eve Message from Bing.
Which is one of the hidden ones that nobody's heard.
And we get that. This is what I'm saying. It's such a beautiful thing. Oh, Little Town of Bethlehem, How Lovely is Christmas, Good King, The Night Before Christmas, Away in a Manger, that's with your mother.
I know.
Christmas Island will also be with Catherine. The Winter Wonderland, that's one of the bonus tracks as well that we did not have. Style, Now, here's what's interesting. Style's one of the bonus tracks, which actually wasn't meant to be holiday, right?
It wasn't a holiday. It wasn't a holiday song that they made a holiday song, and it's so perfect. And it was, the year we shot was in Sun Valley because they wanted real snow. And it was the one year in hundreds of years that there was no snow in November. So they were desperately getting together plastic snow for that show.
Because it was for, was it Robin and the Seven Hoods? It's what it originally.
That was originally, yeah.
But I want to watch your dad because he.
Oh, it's so cute.
With
It's
the
so
snowman?
cute. Yes.
Let's see how many of us remember this. Take a look.
Hey, look, old buddy, I admire your taste in wardrobe, but you're just not wearing these items with dash. And Elan, gotta get that pipe right side up. I'll come back with a ladder and fix the hat, but you gotta fluff out this scarf, give it a little flourish. There you are. Now you got some style. So long, old pal. So long. Must be the altitude. See what happens? You give them an inch and they give you the foot. And I thought you had style.
Humor.
I know, always humor. There was always humor. Everybody had a good time.
If you were just waking up and you're like, what's happening? Exactly, me too. I am, same thing. We are in the midst, put it on your calendar, we are in music history right now. The Crosby family has decided to put out a very special, exclusive HSN family only CD that is going to include greetings and music that nobody has heard. It is specifically for you. If you know somebody, maybe your great-grandmother loved Bing Crosby and tells stories about on the radio listening or watching the shows. This is a tangible copy, which I think is so more special in this CD versus, like I said, it's music in a cloud, or you can't really look at it and touch it and feel one with it. And this is the launch. Nobody else is being able to get this. I want to make sure that you secure yours or as many family members as you would love to do this. Mary is Bing's daughter. She is here to tell all the stories, why the family chose these songs, how we are so lucky that they opened up their own personal archives. And I went, Mary, to go look at the duet, the video of the duet of your father with David Bowie.
So that's such a wonderful story. So it begins with David. David didn't want to do the show. He just didn't want to for whatever reason, and he told his mom. And his mom said, "Oh no, you are absolutely gonna sing with Bing Crosby." And so we have that magic to thank to David Bowie's mom. So it's the power of moms. Win again.
Always listen to mom.
Just listen to mom. And clearly he still did, because he did that show, and it was fantastic.
On right now, where this video lives out on the internet, it is like something like 16 million views.
It was the difference in style and generation and age. And when David came to the studio, he was in full makeup with bright red lipstick and a full-length mink coat. And we were little kids lurking in the corner thinking, oh my gosh, how is this gonna work? And then they sat down at the piano and they made music, and you could just see them sitting together and going, we're gonna be fine, because it was about the music.
I know we're going to play a little bit of Little Drummer Boy, which is the duet.
The magic, absolutely.
And I think that's so interesting. Like you said, on paper, you're like, how is this going to work out? Mommy knew, even when you're David Bowie, Mommy rules the roost. Don't let, even at that time, let this moment pass.
Right.
And then now we get to enjoy that. I loved seeing them sitting at the piano together.
So good.
Peace on earth, can it be? And years from now, perhaps we'll see the day
father's voice. Anytime I hear your father's voice, it's so calming that everything else in this crazy world kind of melts away, and you just kind of feel at peace, a little like just one with yourself, listening to him. It just, so much goes on in the world. There, you know, we have busy lives, we get stressed out, but that one moment when we're listening to your father's voice just feels like,
I feel the same way. I mean, he is such a part of the holidays, and such a part of like the best part of the holidays. Everything we want to be, everybody we love, that's what he connects to.
Yeah.
And so that's why I love to listen to him.
I'm going to ask you a totally out of the box, not pre-thought of
The best
question.
kind.
When you guys would sit down for like a holiday meal, what was his favorite thing to eat? Like, do you remember, was he like a cranberry guy? Did he love the stuffing? Like, I just imagine sitting at your holiday dinner must have been...
It wasn't fancy. It was just us.
Yeah.
We would all eat together, and it was all really, really basic, you know, roast beef or...
Yeah.
There was nothing fancy. It was just us. And
Like real, just like
you know,
real family.
family. It was all about family. It always was.
I think this is incredible. You know, we sat down and I said, I can't believe we're sitting here doing musical history right now. And the fact that we get to share it only with the HSN family, look at this, oh my goodness.
I know, I love that. I love that shot.
These are rare recordings. Rare, like Mary said, like literally in the basement. Like in the basement, a family deciding to share things that have just been sitting there for all these years and to put it on a CD to share with you.